Hi everyone, Elaine here from Chid Kids Crafty Corner. Thanks for joining me today. I'm using a new kit from Scrapaholix and one I've put together myself with some Scrap-A-Sketch cut apart sheets as well, and various other bits and pieces too. I'm using 3 photographs as you'll see here, having used 3 images of my dog running towards me, and I'm going to have several clusters, top and bottom. I've left some space at the side in order to put a cluster on the top left, and there will be a cluster in the bottom left corner as well. As you can see here, I'm having them graduating as the dog gets closer and closer towards me. I'm using my Easy Runner Grand to affix my photos to the background layout. The papers are from Echo Park and Photoplay. I'm using this Scrap-A-Sketch cut apart sheet here, cut apart some of the banners, as you'll see that I'm adding underneath the photographs, and I've used some tags from the same sheet, which I've already fussy cut the bottom parts of the tags off, and then I'm tucking them behind and adding some bits of ribbon that coordinates with the paper, black and white gingham, and some blue and white gingham. I think, yeah, blue and white gingham. So I'm just using my Tim Holtz tiny attacher there to fix those bits of ribbon on those tags, and then I'm tucking those in so that you lose the little bits that I've already fussy cut the elements from the bottom, leaving a little bee sticking out at the top. And I'm using some pink and blue elements from the Scrap-A-Sketch sheet to add another colour in, not just the black and yellow and white. It's a lovely kit this. It was the July Scrapaholix monthly kit, for which I'm a design team member. Adding a few bits and pieces here again from that fussy cutting sheet, which you can download from the Scrap-A-Sketch website and fussy cut to your heart's content, and you can download and reuse it again and again and again if you've got the right layouts to add those additions to. Sunflowers go with a lot of things, so I've added the little gonk in here, or gnome, whatever you want to call it, and then also a little bow as well. More little snipping away here, and in this bottom left hand corner I'm adding a banner that I've cut. It wasn't quite long enough for the journaling spot that I was using, so I just tore it in half and put the journaling spot over the top, and then I'm sticking it down here, and then I will do some journaling on it later. I'm going to create a little element here in the bottom left corner of a little cluster here as well, using this basket of flowers and the little blue heart that I've also cut out as well. As you can see, I'm trying different places there. Where might I like it? But I think I can see that I want it on that journaling spot there at the bottom with the little blue heart, because my dog is a little boy. Tuck that in nicely behind there. There you are. I'm also adding another little fussy cut element there of a beehive, just to fill in that little blank space on the yellow paper there. And I'm using my Nouveau Deluxe adhesive that I get from the Mad Scrapper from My Sweet Petunia. Just tucking that end in there. Down the bottom I'm adding more of those fussy cut elements from the Scrap-A-Sketch sheet. Very good value those, you get lots and lots of fussy cut elements. And again I've used pink and blue that I've added in the banners as well, so it brings in those other colours as well. I've got pink and blue tag at the top, so the pink flower and the blue flower that I'm adding just ties all that in together. I decided that I would point out that there is blue in other places on the layout, which is why I'm adding that blue flower in the bottom as well. And some leaves and another little rainbow there. Just to tie it all together. I do like adding lots of embellishments, you may have noticed, and I'm partial to a bit of fussy cutting, so and there's a bee that I found as well that I've fussy cut out and added to the layout too, in amongst that cluster. I thought I'd finished embellishing, but actually right at the last minute I did decide to add another little cluster of sunflowers. Now I'm moving on to my title using some black thickers. I decided to just call it Run Boy because it was unusual that my old boy was running. He's nearly 14 and it was a bit of a shock for me to see him suddenly running. I've done some not fussy cutting, I've done some journaling rather in the bottom left corner journaling spot, and then I'm just adding some of the word stickers from the original Scrapaholix July 2025 kit. I did add a couple of extra sheets of paper to the kit when I was getting a bit low, but I got 5 layouts out of it so far, and I've probably got enough to make another 1 or 2, to be truthful. I was trying to decide where to put that long sticker, and I stuck it down there, but then afterwards realised that it really was too long, so I've trimmed it. I've peeled the end off, as you can see here, and I'm trimming it, and I'm putting it over 2 lines instead of 1 line. It just didn't sit right with me that it was going over the border, the black border that I'd created at the back there. Messing around a little bit there, just lining it all up. And I added another couple of words to the tag and to the journaling spot down below. And that's more or less me finished, I think. There should be a couple of stills coming up shortly too. But first of all, I just added in some extra enamel dots. They were actually some Simple Stories Disney themed enamel dots, actually. I think it was called Frontier at the Park or something. So I just added those quickly to the clusters, just to add a finer little embellishment. Just popping the rest of those away, and then I shall move on. But please do like and subscribe to my channel. I'm just learning how to edit and add stills, so I'm hoping this will cover it, and you can see I've added a bit more of my title. So that's me done. Thanks for joining me, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.